Good afternoon. My name is Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Lab.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead.
大家好，欢迎收看今天的直击美股，我是主持人赵冰晶，在纽约向您问好。Scott, Fed approved the 25 basis point interest raise and forecast 3 hikes in 2017. Earlier during the session, we saw Dow was flirting with 20K a little bit, but later on in the afternoon, Dow dropped almost 100 points, which is quite a big downside move lately. So what was the reason? What scared the market?
I don't think anything in particularly scared the market, right? What was debatable was 2 or 3. So when it came out with 3, okay, that was a little bit more hawkish than dovish, right? So as a trader, I'm sitting on the floor, I'm saying, what am I going to do, with basically the hawkish playbook? So what I did right away is I bought JP Morgan. The bank started to go. But the question was, would the banks lead the market to Dow 20,000, or because of the strong dollar, would oil get hit? Would some other interest rate sensitive sectors get hit? And basically the banks couldn't do it on their own. So anyway, you look at the chart of the S&P cash. All right, look what happened here. Okay, not the end of the world. Look at the size of the move. Remember this descending trend line break here? And then remember the commitment to it. This was your buy area, right around here. Then your next buy area was when it broke out above this 2214. So this was your extension. So what do we get today? First trade below a prior low in a while. And we're still just around the 8-day. So I think traders that trade actively don't want to be buying a day one down. We need to prove that this holds and we don't see a little further downside, because sometimes one down day leads to 4 or 5. So we need to see what happens here. Okay, as far as the hawkish playbook, listen, I've been telling people to stay away from gold and short every rally. Why? Because it's broken. This should be not any surprise to anyone who watches my shows here. This is when it was rejected after the election. This is when it lost a 200-day, and it's been below the 8-day since. Even in my note today, I said if it gets near 112 or 111, it's a sell. Okay, and look at this breaking of this key area here to the downside. GDX also. Everyone's trying to play a bounce. Everyone's trying to be cute. But you know what? This bear flag just broke to the downside, below the 8 and 21-day, below the 200-day. This has been broken since below the 50-day. And even the TLTs, right? The TLTs, not a coincidence. Okay, rates are going higher. Now they're going to go 3 times in 2017. Here's your 200-day in the TLTs. It was below it before the election, and every time it's hit the 8-day moving average, it's been a sell. Again, in my note today, I said if it gets near 119, I would sell it, not buy it, and hopefully that's helping you guide you guys away from at least pain, let alone profitable trades.
Well, technology has been underperforming since the election. Today, there's a big meeting between President-elect Donald Trump and tech CEOs. We saw Jeff Bezos and Donald Trump talking, laughing. You think this could save technology's destiny?
I think it maybe puts it back in play and acting better, because there was definitely some concern on the rhetoric between the tech titans and President-elect Donald Trump, especially with Amazon. So I'm actually in Amazon options from a few days ago before the rally. The Qs actually tried to act strong during the afternoon sell-off. So I don't think we're going to be in crazy corrective crash mode like everyone's saying out there. But the question is, do we get a few days of weakness before the market tries to rally again? And I think tech is going to give us some clues. Okay, so right here, not the end of the world. Okay, here was your breakout, okay, prior to today, and as of now, we're still holding it, and we're above the 8-day, we're above the 21 days. So a little work above this would go a long way for better movement. We also saw some life in like Facebook and some of the others, and all in all, not falling apart here. Okay, so if it can continue to go sideways here, at some point it might be able to break above this into the end of the year. Same thing with Apple. We got to find out what they're going to be able to do with their cash. Here is when it was engulfing to the long side. Here is when it cleared the 50-day. So for now, people are just being a little careful. So all in all, you know what? Above the 8 and 21-day, you try and be long. Right now, the Dow, the S&P, all these sectors are just trying to pull back to it. So, I don't think you need to be in a rush, especially if you made good money on the rally. Let me just show you one more thing, the diamonds, which correlates to the Dow. Look at this move that it's had. All right, look at the move since breaking the descending trend line. Here, letting the 8-day catch up, the breakout right here. So this is the first down day. And look, it's not even at the 8-day yet. So let's hope, or I'd love to see it get here. And if it gets here, maybe that's when you try and enter for a better move into year end or first quarter next year. But again, lastly, the day after the Fed day tends to sometimes be the opposite of the day of, and it tends to be a trend day. So, that's why I don't think a lot of people, if like this was an ordinary day, I think a lot of people would be going out short because it's an engulfing day one down. But we've seen so many times on Fed day, big down day, okay,
Right.
and then the next day you open up and then it squeezes everyone and keeps the course. So I'm going home flat. And I also have my Christmas party tonight. And, we'll figure it out tomorrow. It's been a nice run, so I want to make sure the market proves that these upper levels hold without a bit more of shaking the tree.
Do we still have time for oil?
Yeah, go with it. You're the one, you have to send the segment to China. I can go all day. So you want to talk about oil?
Yeah, today oil prices fell 3% on the worry of oversupply issue. I want to get your, what is your take on today's crude move, and what is the level you're watching?
Well, 10:30, the number came out. It was supposed to be, in theory, bullish for oil. So for those of you on the VTF, I actually was buying the USO, I think at like 1160, thinking that, okay, bullish number besides the cutbacks, besides a stronger trend, let me be a buyer. And I said, I'll put a stop at the low of the day. So it was calculated. You look at the USO, that couldn't rally then, gave you a pretty sharp move to the downside. So at this point, again, you have upper levels. This upper level broke. This gap has now been filled. So, the question is, does it have more downside? We've seen this before, but at this point, I would say some upper momentum's lost. But just like some of the other sectors, here's your 21-day, and look where we came from. So just the speed of the ascent has changed. So anyway, if you go one more second to the 5-minute, let me just show you how I could try level and go. This was the oil number right here at 10:30. Okay, I bought it in here. Okay, thinking that it was going to hold and go, and then I just put my stop at the low of the morning. So if you put your stop at the low of the morning, your risk is defined, and I got out. Didn't have to deal with that pain. It was worth a try, though. You know what? I'll see how it reacts the next day or so. If oil really starts to get hit, you'll probably see the market pulling a little bit more with those oil names. And lastly, I know we've been keep going, the XLE, pretty engulfing down day, right to the 8-day. So the question is, how strong will this sector be? Can you hold the 8-day? If so, maybe we get a red dog reversal tomorrow around it. So tomorrow, look for the tweets, because depending on how we are with the futures, okay, I'm going to give us strategies for the morning, or just go to the morning call, and hopefully you're a Redler All Access subscriber. You can read my note, because I'll have a lot of different strategies for a lot of the different stocks and sectors based on the opening tomorrow and how we deal with that opening.
Okay, thank you, Scott. That's what we have today.
Yes, so just tune into the morning call. We'll have a little bit more clarity based on the morning look, and then we'll have levels to adjust around it, and that's that.
好的，以上呢就是今天节目的全部内容，我们下期再会。